Hello friends and welcome. As we all know, the last few years in the world of lip color have been all about lip stains, lip oils, and lip balms. But many recent lip product releases are back to traditional iconic bullet satin lipsticks. For example, Revlon has just launched 12 new satin lipstick colors in their iconic super lustrous lipstick line. And Makeup by Mario recently launched 18 new satin lipsticks. So today I thought it would be fun to do something I've actually never done before, and that's have a lipstick swatch and try-on party so you can see some of the beautiful new Makeup by Mario satin lipstick options. There just might be some shades that would be right up your alley. But before we get started, I want to welcome those of you who are new to this channel and also give a warm welcome back to those of you who are already part of this family. My name is Elise, and my passion as a makeup artist is helping those of us over 50 have fun with makeup while offering makeup tips, techniques, and product information that can help us look our very best now. And we occasionally also make forays into the areas of fashion and health and wellness. So if this content resonates with you, I hope you'll subscribe before you leave today. For those of you who aren't familiar with the Makeup by Mario makeup line, let me share with you a little bit of background because I think you'll find the story of this particular makeup artist who's behind this line to be very interesting. Mario Dedivanovic is the youngest of 4 children and was born and raised in New York's Bronx area by parents who were Albanian immigrants from Montenegro. After he graduated from high school, he and his mother went to Manhattan, where he found a job at Sephora as a fragrance consultant in the Flatiron District. On the very first day of his job, a young woman asked for his help in selecting a lipstick, which launched his interest in makeup. Soon after this experience, he was hired by 2 singers he met at Sephora to create their makeup for a cabaret show. He was only 17 and didn't even have a formal makeup kit, so he took a Nike shoebox from his closet filled with Sephora products and did their makeup for $25. In those early days at Sephora, Mario set a goal of becoming a professional makeup artist with the dream of one day having his own line of makeup. He's the makeup artist behind some of Kim Kardashian's most memorable beauty looks and the mastermind behind the concept of contouring, which was a technique that sparked literally a global trend. In 2009, he launched an education platform he called the Masterclass and welcomed over 25,000 students to sold-out events in cities across North and South America, Europe, Asia, Australia, and the Middle East. The year 2020 marked Mario's 20th year as a makeup artist and also marked the debut of his namesake beauty brand. He focuses on high-quality formulas that are easy to use and are designed to recreate his signature techniques. His makeup line has become a top-ranking brand at Sephora. Some of the top-selling products from his line are the Soft Sculpt contouring products, his Master Mattes eyeshadow palette, and his recently re-released Ethereal Eyes eyeshadow palette. Recently, he released a beautiful cream blush line called Soft Pop Plumping Blush Veil, which includes 6 cream blushes. And here's a photo of these 6 blush swatches. But now, let's focus on his most recent release, his Super Stain lipsticks. He describes these lipsticks as classic and creamy that create a satin lip with a soft sheen and glide on with ultra comfort. There are 18 shades, which are named after New York City neighborhoods, and they range from light, neutral, warm, and cool nudes to mid-tone shades and deeper, cool, warm, and neutral colors. Here's a look at the full shade range. And as always, you'll find all of the makeup products that I'm wearing today, as well as the lipsticks I'll be talking about, listed in the description box under the video. I've also included links to all of these products, and if you use these links, it's a wonderful way to support this channel, which I greatly appreciate. I'm going to go ahead and swatch all of these new satin lipstick shades from Makeup by Mario from lightest to darkest on the back of my arm. The first shade is Midtown, which is a light neutral pink. And here is the first shade called Midtown. And the next shade, South Shore, is a cool pink nude. As you can see, South Shore is a little bit deeper and a little bit cooler. Bronx Baby is a soft, warm rose. And here is Bronx Baby. As you can see, these are very light shades, which would probably only work well on very few of us with mature skin, since they probably would tend to wash out many of us. Well, next we come to the mid-tone shades. First up is 917, which is a mid-tone warm rose. And I think you can see how much warmer this particular shade is. And next up is a spiced rose shade called Dumbo. This is Dumbo, and let me show you a swatch. This bottom one is Dumbo. And then we're going to a spiced coral shade called Soho. I think with this one you'll see a big difference in the amount of warmth to this shade. This would be gorgeous on those of you with either a neutral or a warm skin undertone. And here is Soho. Now we're going to move on to brighter, richer colors. First up is Uptown Girl, which is a rusty orange red. And this is certainly much warmer than any other shade we've seen so far, and much brighter for that matter. And these next couple of shades will work especially well for those of us with a cool undertone. Broadway is a cool, bright pink. And here is Broadway, a gorgeous pink. And as you can see, I got a little carried away with that swatch. And West Village is a very rich magenta. Here is West Village, and let me show you a swatch. It's certainly the brightest pink we've seen so far. Next are two deeper shades that will work especially well for those of us with a warm undertone. First up is Chelsea, which is a red-orange. This is a really pretty color. This is for those of you with a warm undertone who love bold colors. This is gorgeous. And Harlem is a warm brick red. And I think I'd call this beautiful shade Harlem, more of a dusty coral color. Up next is another shade that works well for cool undertone. It's Tribeca, which is really an intense blue red. Here is Tribeca. And you can certainly see how much more coolness there is in this tone. And the last three shades are Central Park, which is a deep raisin brown. And here's that swatch. Forest Hills is a rich wine color. And you can definitely see more of a berry shade with Forest Hills. And Downtown Girl, which is an intense plum brown. And here you have Downtown Girl. And wow, this last color is certainly a deeper, richer plum color. You know, I think I may have skipped over one color, Rockefeller. Let's take a look at it. And here's what Rockefeller looks like. For the purposes of this video, I do wish I had a neutral undertone so I could try on most of these shades so you could see how they might look no matter what your undertone is of your skin. Those of you who do have a neutral undertone could most likely look good in many of these colors. My youngest daughter, who does have a neutral undertone, tried a combination of several of the warm and neutral undertone shades from this line, and here's a photo of what that combination of colors look like on her. But since I have a very strong cool undertone, I'm going to only try on the shades that will work with my cool undertone. First, South Shore, which is the cool pink nude. And just as a reminder, this is what South Shore looks like. This is a beautiful shade, but it's just a little too light and is washing me out a bit. So let's move on to a deeper shade, 917. 917 is a mid-tone warm rose. As you can see, 917 is quite a bit deeper. This slightly deeper shade is certainly looking a little bit better on me. But quite honestly, with my coloring, I need things that are a little bit brighter. So let's move on to the shade Nolita, which is a mid-tone warm pink, and see what we think. And here's Nolita. Well, Nolita was definitely the best shade so far, but let's move on to a slightly brighter shade and see what we think. Actually, this will be a far brighter shade. First up is Broadway, which is a cool, bright pink. I think it makes sense that this was named Broadway. Definitely brighter, and I'm liking this one a lot. I couldn't help but just think of my high school friend Denise, who was able to apply lipstick without even looking in a mirror. I've never been able to do that, and I always admired her ability with lipstick. I'm leaning toward Broadway as the winner so far, but let's try West Village, which is a very rich magenta. And this is West Village. And here's West Village. What do you think? And finally, Tribeca, which is an intense blue red. As you might imagine, my lips are getting just a little bit sore, so I'm kind of glad this is the last shade to try on. And here we are, the last one. It's Tribeca. Well, I'm certainly not used to wearing a lipstick quite this bright, and it's not quite as blue red as I thought it might be. I would tend to lean more toward a ruby red than this type of red, but I'm just not used to wearing this bright lipstick, which makes a big difference. Would love to hear your thoughts. I think if I had to rank the colors so far, Broadway would be my top choice, followed by West Village, and then Nolita, and then Tribeca. So that's a look at the beautiful new satin lipsticks from makeup artist Mario. I hope you enjoyed today's lipstick extravaganza, and if so, please hit that thumbs up like icon to let YouTube know. And I'd love to know if any of these colors have sparked your interest, and if so, which one or ones might be calling your name. Thank you so much for taking time out of what I know is a busy day to join me, and I look forward to seeing you again next Thursday. Until then, I wish you good health and happiness and hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. Take care.